Hi, my name is Sergio. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. I come from a loving household, but as I got older, I just decided I wanted to do things my way. I realized really early on I wasn't putting the drink down, and so by the age of 24, I was homeless on the streets by choice. The streets is where the drugs were. Even though I'd been kicked out of places, like I guess I just kind of knew what was coming, right? I didn't have a place of my own where I can, call the shots. So the streets became my home from the age of 24 to 30. I had low points and they were very significant, but I was always able to kind of find a lower point. And that's kind of what addiction did to me. Here I am sitting in an alleyway trying to figure out where I'm gonna get my next fix. And that was a normal thing for me. And so I had that moment of clarity, like, how did I get here? I ended up at a church somewhere, and there was a big statue of Jesus. And I remember just crying up at the statue, and I just said, God, if you're real, help me to be sober just one day. That's all I want. I feel like from that prayer, he led me to his people, Christ-centered programs, sober living homes that were faith-based and things like that. When I got to the Phoenix Rescue Mission, I never thought that I would live in a recovery place as this for as long as I did. I lived here for 2 years, but I did because of the testimonies of the guys ahead of me. And I thought, well, if they can do it, truly, then I think I can do it. I was thirsty for Christ's righteousness, and I was reading my word every day, and I was praying. So there was a fork in the road, and I had a decision to make. But I said a prayer, and in that prayer, it was the beginning of recognizing my calling. I've been working with the Rescue Mission for over 5 years now. Going through the program and eventually working for the Rescue Mission, I could see that Code Red is really that, it's kind of that icebreaker, with people. And I was there too. So it's really neat to see how Code Red is using the Street Outreach to go out to the targeted areas and just meet them where they're at. In the capacity of serving, I think of a little later in Galatians 5:13, it says, "For you are called to freedom, brothers, only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love, serve one another." And so I feel so privileged to be able to work on the Street Outreach team and go back to where I used to be, but I'm actually trying to pull people out of it, and I'm encouraging them. And I'm offering, any type of help, any type of motivation they have. I can talk to them and tell them, hey, listen, I get it. I've been there. That none of this is possible without churches being involved, right? Whether it's Code Red, whether it's financially, or prayers, right? None of it is possible without people donating water, people volunteering their time, people just praying for us. When I lived here, I'd never seen anything quite like it. In the numbers of people graduating, the smiles and the joy and the restoration with families and just so many positive things. Like it keeps going and keeps going, and it's nothing without the people who help, because Rescue Mission in itself is not able to do it. We're relying on all your generosity out there, and so I just wanted to say thank you.